Hello and welcome to the Build and Grow channel. This comes out right. You see a lot growing on back here, the greens and such. But first I wanted to update on a calendar that we've got going on. Our planning schedule for the year brings us to today. We are about 6 weeks out from the last spring frost, which will be May 9, Mother's Day. I typically use Mother's Day as the last day of spring frost just to be safe here. And there we are, about 6 weeks today. Tomatoes, oregano. And up until now, we've had peas, catnip, asters, different flowers, marigold, different lettuces and hot peppers, different herbs, parsley, all started up. And now we're here where we are 6 weeks out from the last spring frost that we use, May 9. Here in Northern Virginia, we're a zone 7 and won't be much to start those today. So to keep things moving along here, one cycle leads to another. What happens to the plants once they get started? They go through, I think, maybe 3 stages here under the green lights, and this will be the newest ones just coming up. A variety of different plants and flowers, peppers, lettuces. They're leggy, but I'll be able to pot them up and they'll be just fine. Stage 2 would be what they look like after a week or so. And then stage 3 is what they look like after a couple of weeks. So these plants are ready to be taken outside for a couple of days in a row and left out there and brought back in at night. And then they'll be ready to plant. So let's see where we're going to plant them. We need to prepare and need to make ready the things that are going to be growing here. You know, you can't just grow them now. I'm looking at this and like, oh my, where am I going to put everything? Now, this is in addition to what's going on with the noise behind me. That's the cracky hydroponic systems keeping a constant 69 degrees here today. I keep waiting for these plants to end, but they don't. They keep going and keep producing, and the more I cut, the more they produce. The more we harvest, the more we get. So, more parsley plants that'll go outside here. But this parsley plant's been growing for quite a while now, and been clipping at it. Been waiting to put in new plants, but again, these are newer plants and they just won't stop producing delicious leaves. And we've got new ones ready to come in behind those as we get ready. So again, you hear the word ready a lot. Let's see what we got ready outside here to make them all happen. Between these couple of beds and then the spaces in here in between the newly established gooseberry plants and potato onions. Clean the weeds out here, but we'll have to make ready and come in with those plants and put some lettuces in and around here. Maybe not so much, maybe a little bit here. Clear these dandelions out because I got a lot of strawberry coming in. And I don't want to hinder the strawberry growth too much, so we'll see. But point is about making ready is always around here, making ready new gardens or improving them. So we've got a good mound here of dirt and soil mixed up, peat moss, potting mix, compost, nothing fancy, and then I piled it up, and a lot of the original soil there overturned. So I got a lot of extra, and I'm going to put that somewhere. Help build another garden with some of this maybe. And this garden here too. So for carrots, the lettuces you saw inside, the herbs, this is going to be a real nice addition here, because if you notice what's going on and why the design fits like this is in the center of basically a U shape of fruit producing trees. I'll have 2 big vegetable producing beds. We've got potatoes over here covered with hay on the right that'll continue to grow as a tower. a variety of veggies to grow in there, including tomato and squash later in the summer. And especially back here was pretty deep in there. It's at least almost a foot deep, that bed. So carrots are definitely going in there. And I'm trying something new here. Those were microgreen toss-outs of peas and arugula. But instead of tossing them out, I just figured, let me plant them again, see what happens. So we'll see about that. So again, the idea here is, you know, the garden beds there are in the center of where these fruit trees surround it. So it looks pretty cool. And it's not a perfect view, but the general concept of how things fit on the ditch on contour here and on downward, so we don't just have, you know, the perennial fruit trees that'll mostly be producing later in the season, grapevines and such over there, but we'll have a variety of different vegetables and berries, beginning with strawberries in May. That'll be coming up through the weeks. So a couple of notes here as I come down. Got to get some more garlic. I want to plant a lot of garlic and marigold in here in both of these beds. Really all I need is maybe a couple of flowers and about 6 cubes of 6 cloves of garlic each. And I'll plant them around here, and that'll help really keep critters away and bring in beneficials and grow well along with those plants. So that's the next set of chores, is finalizing the readiness of these beds for the plants you saw inside, and more to come. As spring progresses, we've got to progress along with it too. So now we have a full circle of what we would call, a great production cycle going on right now, where we're going from seed to seedling to plant to transplant, and starting all over and doing it at the same time is a number of other things that are going on around here too. So in the midst of everything else, you know, when you get down to it, at the end of the day, if it's not done, you really got to get ready and start sowing those seeds. So there you are. Grow and prepare, grow and build, and you won't regret it. Thanks for watching.